This video will show you how to simplify question number 3 on the review. All right, now I like to, when I'm thinking about order of operations, I like to list out my steps that we learned earlier this unit. So GEMDAS or PEMDAS. Remember, G just stands for grouping symbols, E for exponents, M and D for multiply, divide, and add and subtract goes last. So I'm going to look for any grouping symbols in the first one, and I don't see that, so I'm just going to put a check mark there because I know I can't do anything with my grouping symbols. So if it'll let me, there we go. Grouping symbols are done. Exponents come next, so I'm going to underline my exponent. Goodness gracious, my pen's acting up. There we go. 5 squared is 25, so I'm going to copy that, or I'm going to write that, and then I'm going to copy everything else. Oh, that is a typo. That 8 shouldn't be there. Sorry about that. So minus 27 divided by 9 minus 7. Okay, so now let's look at what would come next. So we took care of exponents. Multiplication and division will come next. So that means this part right here. Negative 27 divided by 9 is a negative 3. I could have just copied the sign down and then done the division, but I always like to keep that sign with the number that follows it. And then if we want to combine this in one step, I'd be okay with that. 6 plus 25 would be 31 because at this point, we're down to addition and subtraction. Okay, and then minus 7. Well, I like to combine ones with the same sign first. So this would be the same as subtracting 10 from 31, and that gives us 21. And go ahead and circle that answer when you're done. It's a lot easier to find your work. All right. On the second one, we're going to keep this GEMDAS ready to use, but we're just going to start over. So any grouping symbols need to get simplified first. So that means this part here. Even though this looks like a grouping symbol, there's nothing inside I can do with it. So that means that we're just going to take 8 times negative 4 at some point, just not right now. Okay. All right, so the 12 will stay. Division will stay. 1 plus 11 is 12. And again, I'm just going to copy everything else one step at a time at this level. All right, and now we can go back and look at, there's no exponents, so we can look at our order of operations, and then we can move on to multiplying and dividing. So that means this will get taken care of next, and actually this will be at the same time. So 12 divided by 12 is 1. Copy my plus sign. And then 8 times negative 4 would be a negative 32. So if I'm adding a negative, that's the same as subtracting. So we can think of that as 1 minus 32. Last year you learned that when they have opposite signs, you subtract and take the sign of the bigger number. So this would be a negative 31. Okay, on number 4, actually I'll pause there and that'll be the end of this video. Hope that helped.